Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. Interesting setup. I think we are back in an area of potential resistance, and you can see oscillators are grouped to the upside. You could also argue that there is diversions with that previous swing high to this swing high. You can see there it is there, from there to there. But you could also argue that we have a higher high on the next set of diversions, so down here, and even this one here. So yeah, for me, these swing highs are the ones that I need to pay attention to. I just want to add one more level in here before we get down to lower time frames. So these two areas are this little zone is very important, as is this area up here, because that's the neckline of cup and handle or head and shoulders, depends which way you want to look at it. So this is the double bottom neckline. So, I often say it when we're on the lower time frames, when you've got bullish and bearish setups, it's always an indication of indecision. Now, we've got quite a bit of data coming out today. We've got CPI in the US, which is probably very important. We've got some data in Europe. We've got free money going into the Europe consumers at the moment with energy subsidies. So there's a lot going on at the moment, and I'm sitting on the fence as to what is actually going to happen. Are we going to build some structure and move? Because when you look at it on the higher time frames, this could just be a big sort of consolidation pattern, just building steam for a decent break below this area and a continuation down. Or alternatively, you could see it as a wedge. And if you look at it on the monthly, you see there's my wedge there. But really volatile. I mean, look at this, big down, big up, big down, and now we're busy with big up. So definitely confusion here. The monthly diversion is really interesting me from the previous swing low to where we are now. So patient here, but there's definitely merit for long-term portfolios here, where you'd be looking very closely at stocks in the Dow Jones for opportunities to jump into this. And some of the big ones would be the ones I'd be looking at. Anyway, let's just get back down to why we're here. And just on the 3 hour, you can see I've got two hanging men here. Oscillators all grouped to the upside. It's not an area that I'd want to be long at the moment. I definitely would be looking for something lower down. And this is what I'd be interested in, is 32023 or 3200 area. That is what I would be looking for today, I think. Whether it happens today is another story, but that ultimately for me is a decent pullback. We do have some area of potential support here at 32,200. So let's just get down to the hour, see if we can see something there. 32,200 would be over here. At 230, that has been tested. That one there has not been tested. That's 32,171. So a difficult one at the moment, because we do have diversions here on the hour as well. We've got 2 days of a relatively strong uptrend. The question is, if the data is good, we're just going to continue in this uptrend. If data is bad, expect pullbacks onto structure. If the data is like just kind of normal, expect pullbacks onto structure while people look for value to buy into this. But for me, if you look at the 15-minute today, yesterday was pretty much all over the place. There wasn't really any opportunities. Yeah, you can see this high of the previous day was definitely the first opportunity. But look at that inside bar, this one here. Closed below it, so it definitely wouldn't have triggered me. Next opportunity up here, and then you've got a pin bar right over here, and then you've got an inside bar. It's also not quite a decent trade. Anyway, there wasn't much real structured opportunities, and the oscillators all over the place. So normally when the oscillators are all over the place like this, it is an indication of confusion. So I would expect this to continue through the day. Pullbacks I'm looking for, obviously, are down here, 32,171. That does erode all of the gains from yesterday. And then I'm just going to bring this level down a little bit onto some logical area. and you can see with the close below it, that level is still in place. So that's 32,361. So watch out for 32,361. If you look at that, that does form a range. So we could just range about here until the data comes out. That would give the hour oscillators enough time to ease off as well. It'd also be strong channel into a range, and then if we start breaking to the upside, then you're looking at this area here as your next target, 32,769. Ultimately, we need to get above 32,475, 32. What is that previous high of yesterday? 32,534. So that's a zone we need to get above, and ideally, I would prefer. Just going to do that. I think that's going to be a better opportunity. I'll prefer a pullback onto 32,229. Way too many twos there. Lastly, it would be wise to bring that into play. See those first two pin bars there? That is the bottom of the channel as far as I'm concerned, and you can see how that starts coming into play. We're coming up to it at the moment. So yeah, could very much be a range, or alternatively it could find support here. So simply put, we're looking for pullback onto 32,361. If that doesn't happen, then you're looking at 32,229. If that doesn't happen, then you're looking at a big fall down to 3,200. But what you're looking for is structure on those levels. So here's a good example. Here is an inside bar on a level, tails on the level, body above it, perfect entry. Entry is above there, stop is below, and there you go. This here is not a decent entry. It is closed below the level, so it's got nothing there. This pin bar, inside bar here, is also a fairly decent area. Entry is above, your stop is below. You can see how it came to test your stop, but didn't quite get below it. That's the kind of structure we're looking for. It could happen here. So if this trend line holds here, then what you're looking for is a break above 32,475. You're looking for support above there, and then you're looking for a break of 32,534. If you get support up there, then you're definitely on your way to 32,760 or 32,769. Anyway, do be careful. You do have CPI data coming out today, so it could very well go in any direction. You never know how the traders are going to respond to it. And we also have quite a significant amount of puts in the options market at the moment, and significantly high volumes. So I wouldn't be too surprised if the bulls are going to try and squeeze those shorts out, because as soon as they start squeezing those shorts out, you're going to see a pretty strong acceleration to the upside. Anyway, interesting day today. I hope it helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.